Yeah, so YouTube literally tore down my video, my live stream, saying that I violated YouTube policy by having somebody else's audio content in my video. And so they pulled it down and removed it completely, and they now removed my ability to live stream because I violated their policy by having music in the background, and it's like there was no music. But yeah, so what had happened was somebody was causing trouble outside my house. Contacted PD, waiting for PD to come. I'm outside in the driveway, waiting for the officers to show up. And this guy starts to attack an elderly woman at the corner. I run down there and intervene. I get between her and him. He starts charging. I maced him. He did a little spin around. And he's like, "I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna kick your ass. You made a mistake." And he brings his hands up to pound me. Like, he brings both hands up. He's got his phone in one hand. He's like, "I'm gonna get you," and he's got the other hand like this. So I maced him again as he's charging at me. And as he charges at me and I mace him, he comes right past me. So the mace cloud comes right at me. I get hit with it. Yeah, my eyes are still messed up. My arm is burning. But yeah, and he comes right past me, and he's coughing, and he turns, and he goes straight for his driveway and his apartment, which is like in 200 feet away. He goes and he's up in his driveway, and it's like I walk to the corner of the building, not even the corner of the street, the corner of the building, and I walk between the dumpster and the pillar for the parking structure there, and I'm walking through, and here he comes running down his driveway. "Fuck you! I'm gonna get you," and stuff like that, and he's charging at me again. I could barely see, but I could see him coming at me. So I pull the mace back out of my pocket and spray him again. I hold it down. This thing's almost empty now, and it is 3.1 ounces. 3.1 ounces, and I've used about 3. So yeah, that happened. He literally, I coat his face, and he's turning, and I get the side and back of his head, and he's like blah, 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 screaming, and he's like, "I'm gonna get you. Just watch your back," and he's throwing out some threats, and he runs away and goes in his apartment, and it's like, okay, I have a clearing. He doesn't know where I live, so pull out my phone, dial 911. I'm on the phone with the cops, and I get to my property, get the hose out, I'm spraying off my face, trying to clear it. I'm on the phone with dispatch, and as dispatch, I can hear dispatch calling it in, and then I could hear it coming from a car. I look up, and the cops are finally showing up for my call about the weird stuff going on outside my house. And he's like, "What happened?" I was like, "That guy, he was attacking a woman, and I maced him." And he spins around, he goes and he tries to get to the guy. The guy comes out and he goes, "The pigs are here," and he points something at the cop. The cop ducks behind the pillar, and the guy goes in his apartment, slams the door shut, and barricades himself in. And it's like, all of this shit is going down. All of it's going down, and it's like, this elderly woman is literally getting chased down the street by a guy threatening to beat her ass. And he's swinging at her. And he's like, "Don't worry about me, bitch. I'm just out for a jog." And he's swinging at her, trying to punch her in the back of the head. And it's like, this one officer shows up, and she asks the woman what happened and asks me what happened. And then she's like, "Where were you standing?" And she's asking the woman, "Where were you standing?" And the woman goes, and I go, "She was standing right there at the stop sign." And the cop turns and goes, "Shut up, stop talking. You don't know. You weren't there." And I was like, "I was right there. I watched it. Why do you think I'm here? I was watching it go down the entire time. I watched every bit of it." And she's like, "Well, whatever." I was like, "Yeah, she was at the fucking stop sign. She was right there at the stop sign, walking her dog." And he came out of his apartment, ran past 2 other apartments, out to the street to accost her there. And when she ran across the street, down through a parking area, and to her apartment, he was right hot on her heels, chasing her, threatening her. And the officer's like, "Well, you shouldn't have been there." What do you mean? What do you mean? Why? What do you mean? What do you mean that she shouldn't have been there? She shouldn't have been out walking her dog on a public street? He came out of his apartment to attack somebody for walking their dog. And then as soon as everything, comes down and they talk him out of his apartment, they're shaking his hand, saying how's it going and stuff, and treating him like the victim. He's telling the cops, "Oh yeah, they came over and they just started attacking me. All of them were just attacking me." Yeah, that's why it all happened in front of this woman's apartment. That's why I have it on 2 separate cameras, what was going on. Yeah, this guy is insane. And they're like, "Well, you don't have the authority. What you did by macing him, that was assault." It's like, no, it's not. 13404, 13405, and 13406 all give me the expressed authority to do so. I could have laid into him with one of my firearms. I could have. That would have been easy. But they don't care. They don't care at all. It's like you're literally going, "Well, he's a veteran. Who cares? Who cares if he's a veteran? Who cares if he's a space chimp? Who cares if he's Don Knotts or Dan Cheadle? He was attacking a woman. I had to physically stop him from attacking an elderly woman who was just walking her dog. And you're trying to defend him." Freaking insane. Insane. Now I gotta watch out even more. Because this guy just moved into that place like 3 weeks ago. He just moved in. And he's already having this kind of stuff going on. He's already had the cops called on him like 5 times. And this is the stuff that's going on. This is like his 5th time for an assault call. This is crazy. But I'll see you guys later.